life story, and well, today we are actually using some gameplay that's not mine. Yes, if you remember last week, I said that I was going to start using some user-submitted gameplay, and well, this one was brought to you by Elsome Gaming. Thank you very much for submitting this. And before we get into it, I would just like to give you a little bit of backstory on this life story, because I actually didn't think of this one until about earlier last week, and as soon as I saw this one item, I immediately thought of this incident, and I posted about it on Twitter. So if you guys do not follow me yet on Twitter, you guys do get a lot behind the scenes of my videos. You get to help decide them, a lot of shit like that, so make sure to go follow me. And if you guys remember who do follow me on Twitter, I had posted a jar of pickles. I literally just took a jar of pickles, took a picture of it, and this was all while I was at a grocery store. I took a picture of it and said this reminded me of a life story, and that was the entire tweet, and now I'm going to be telling you what that story was. So this story takes place back all the way in middle school, okay? This wasn't elementary school, although the school I went through was kind of a K through 8, so it was technically an elementary school, but it was in middle school at this point. And during one particular year, I think it was in 7th grade, the school's assistants, or well, the assistant faculty, like the people that would stand outside and watch kids as they played on the playground and made sure they didn't kill each other. That was basically their job, and they decided, we don't want to just stand out here in the sun because, I mean, it's fucking Arizona. You die out there just standing in the sun, and it's boring as hell just watching a bunch of kids. So they decided, hey, let's make the school some money. We're gonna buy a popcorn machine, and we're also going to buy a few jars of pickles for some reason, and every day at recess or after lunch when people could go outside and just play in the playground, because why not? It's just lunchtime, no one gives a shit anyway. Sell some pickles or popcorn to the kids every Friday, and it would be 50 cents each, and it would make money for the school. Now this, of course, was something that every kid loved. Every kid at the school enjoyed these pickle popcorn days. Seriously, every day they had this, there was a legitimate line. I'm not kidding, this school probably made bank on these days. However, on these days, most people would just buy popcorn. They would give you a little paper bag and they would fill it with some popcorn, and you could buy a few of them if you wanted. You could buy them one or two at a time. It didn't really matter. They would just sell it to you. And most of the kids at the school, you know, they would stick with the popcorn, because even though you are getting an entire giant pickle for the other option, I mean, it's a fucking pickle. You don't want to just be eating that straight. No offense to any pickle lovers out there. If you like pickles, that's completely cool. Just keep in mind, this was a middle school, and you were around a bunch of immature children that, well, even if you were walking around with a banana, it would immediately be compared to a phallic-shaped object. Besides just eating a pickle covered in tinfoil, it's just odd. Now, every single pickle popcorn day, I would go and get myself a thing of popcorn, because popcorn is fucking delicious. And you know, I would be with a bunch of friends and they would buy whatever they bought, and one day, this story isn't really even about, it's about a friend. He decided to come to school that day with a $10 bill. And he decided on this day that he was going to buy an entire jar of pickles. And I'm just gonna give this guy a name. We're just gonna call him Jake. I mean, I'm not sure if he watches my videos, probably not, but just in case, you know who you are. Now Jake, he decided that he was going to buy this entire jar of pickles, not even going to give a fuck, just go up to the person, ask, can I get this entire jar? Now keep in mind, $10, that's good for 20 pickles. I'm not even sure that there were 20 pickles in the jar, but he bought it from them for $10 anyways. Now, I know this was completely against the school rules, but on this day, the outside aides could not give less of a fuck, and they just said, screw it, just take the entire jar. Now, I know that they were not supposed to give a student an entire jar. I mean, this was a giant glass jar full of pickles and vinegar and whatever the fuck comes inside of a pickle jar. And this kid, Jake, he was doing a little bit of a challenge. He had a little bit of a mission on his mind. That mission was to take all the pickles out of this pickle jar and to chug the pickle juice. Yep, that's right. He was going to give away every single pickle and then chug the fucking pickle juice. All of the vinegar in there, he was just gonna chug it. And that's exactly what this kid did. Jake just goes around and he starts asking people, hey, you want a pickle? Hey, you want a pickle? Hey, you want a pickle? He's just giving out some free pickles to people, you know. Good guy, Jake. Bringing pickles to the needy. You know, everyone enjoyed that. They ate like half of the pickle and then threw it away because, I mean, it was a full pickle, not even cut up, it was just a full pickle. And he continued this until this jar was completely empty of everything except for just the pickle juice. Now keep in mind, this wasn't your average thing of pickles. This wasn't just your little sandwich pickles that comes in like a medium-sized little container, a little glass container, you know, like the Vlasic stuff. No, this was the giant thing of pickles. I mean, this was the extremely large thing of pickles that you see at the grocery store. So likely in this jar alone, just for the vinegar, it was probably at least a liter of vinegar in that thing. So he passed out every single one of these pickles and was left with just the empty jar with vinegar in it. And at this point, it was challenge go. Because at this point, he had a group of people surrounding him. Everyone was ready to see this kid try to chug this entire thing of pickle juice. And the kid was ready. He decided that, alright, I'm gonna do this, it's time. And so we all count down, and at 1, he takes this giant jar of pickle juice, raises it to his mouth, and starts drinking. And he doesn't stop. He's like making like really disgusted faces during this entire thing, but he doesn't stop because he is complete and utter savage. And also I think that he realized that he had already spent $10 on this thing, which in middle school for us at the time, well, that was some fucking money. That was a lot of money to be spending on something. So this kid was committed. He was chugging it. A lot of it was going down, and he was making the most disgusted faces. We could see him getting sicker by the second. But everyone was cheering him on, you know, urging him to drink more, make sure that he got every last drip of it, which he stopped after, like, getting only a tenth of the juice down, because that's fucking straight vinegar. He lowers this thing of pickle juice, and then stares at it for a second, takes one more drink as he's trying to finish it off, although he really hadn't drinking all of it at all at this point, and just drops the thing of pickle juice and starts throwing up all over the floor, all in front of everyone. Now, if you remember our life story last week, well, you know our school's policy on throwing up, and let me tell you, the aides that sold him the entire jar of pickles had been keeping an eye on him, watching him pass out the pickles to everyone, and they were really keeping an eye on him once he started to chug the entire thing. But once they saw this kid throwing up because, well, he had just drinking almost like an entire cup worth of vinegar, they ran over, confiscated the entire jar, because, well, they probably weren't supposed to be giving an entire glass jar to students to begin with, and immediately sent this kid to the nurse because, well, they thought that he likely got poisoned because of drinking pickle juice. And honestly, I'm not sure what happened after that. I didn't really keep up with it, but it was a pretty interesting thing to happen, and I thought that I should share it with you guys here. But yeah, let me know if you have any stories like that, if your school did any special sale days where they just sold food to you because why not? Just make sure to leave that in the comments. I would love to read it. Anyways, with that being said, thank you everyone so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Make sure to check out yesterday's video, which is playing on screen right now. It was well, to put it simply, it was a video on the cam girl of YouTube, Zoe Berger. We basically took a look at her channel and explained all the reasons why she should not be allowed on YouTube, because she is breaking every single terms of service. It was pretty interesting. It was a good video. I highly recommend you check it out. Also, make sure you go check out Lord Bung, because he makes very high quality animations. I cannot highly recommend him enough. Go and check him out. He only has like 3,000 subs. He needs to have like 10,000 by the end of this week alone. Go sub to him, seriously. And when you do, make sure that he knows that I sent you. Also, like I said before, make sure to follow me on Twitter because I do a lot of stuff there, and I will see you guys on the next video tomorrow. As always, Whiplash, signing out.